Chapter 2: National Differences in Political Economy. Study Guide Questions. Political systems. Understand how the political systems of countries differ. Political system is assessed according to how much a country emphasizes collectivism versus individualism, how much a country is democratic versus totalitarian. Collectivism versus individualism. Collective goals over individual goals. Needs of society are more important than personal needs. Is equated to socialism. Modern-day socialism is divided into communism. Socialism is acquired through violent revolution and totalitarian dictatorship, and social democrats. Socialism acquired through more democratic ways. Individualism stresses that individuals should have freedom in his or her own economic and political pursuits. Is founded on two beliefs: importance of guaranteeing individual freedom and self-expression, and also welfare of society is best served by allowing people to pursue their own self-interest. Democracy versus totalitarianism. Democracy. Government is by the people, either directly or through elected representatives, associated with individualism. Representative democracy is the most practiced in modern democratic states. Totalitarianism. Type of government where one person or political party has complete control over all aspects of human life and forbids opposing political parties. Four major forms exist: communist totalitarianism, theocratic totalitarianism, tribal totalitarianism, and right-wing totalitarianism. Economic systems. Market. All productive activities are privately owned. Production is determined by the interaction of supply and demand. Government encourages free and fair competition. Command. Government plans goods and services that country produces and determines the quantity and price of product. Mixed. Some sectors of the economy are privately owned and other sectors are owned by the state. Importance of antitrust laws in the United States. In a market economy, supply must not be restricted. Supply restriction occurs when a single firm monopolizes a market. Antitrust laws are important because they outlaw restrictive business practices designed to monopolize a market. They ensure that there is free and fair competition between private producers. Legal systems. Theocratic law system. Law based on religious teachings. Example, Islamic law. Uses Holy Book of Islam, Quran, and other writings. Civil law system. Law that uses detailed set of codes. Law is interpreted with these codes. More than 80 countries use this law system. Common law system. Based on tradition, precedent, and customs. Contract law. Law that governs contract enforcement. Is different in common law and civil law. Common law, very detailed with all contingencies spelled out. Civil law, contracts tend to be shorter, less specific because many issues are discussed instead of codes. Property rights and corruption. Private action refers to theft, piracy, and blackmail. Collective action refers to the behavior or actions of society that breaks the law. When people are rioting in streets and they think it's okay to steal. Public action, legally, excessive taxation requiring expensive licenses and permits from property holders. Illegally, using bribes or blackmailing. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act makes it illegal for U.S. companies to bribe foreign government officials to obtain or maintain business over which they have authority. Copyright. Exclusive legal rights of authors, composers, artists, and publishers to publish and disperse work. Patents. Gives permission and exclusive rights to inventor for a defined period to manufacture, use, or sell invention. Trademark and certification. Officially registered designs and names that merchants or manufacturers use to distinguish their product. Property rights. Legal rights to how a resource is used and how income that results from the resource is used. Property rights can be violated through private or public action. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act was passed after the discovery that U.S. companies had bribed government officials in foreign countries. Intellectual property can be protected through patents, copyrights, and trademarks. Staying away from countries where laws are not reliable and filing lawsuits. In my opinion, bribes are never acceptable, especially in the job industry. I think if someone were to accept a bribe, it would make them an unethical person, also a person with lack of integrity. It can also give a person a bad reputation that can follow him or her to the other jobs. There is also risk of getting caught and having to deal with the authorities.